We've all seen the incredible things generative AI can do, right? But here's the real question. How do you get it to move beyond being just a cool experiment and turn it into something that actually drives value for your business? Well, that's exactly the gap we're going to close today. Let's build a real, practical roadmap for putting AI to work.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the big puzzle everyone's trying to solve. Then we'll lay out a two-way street strategy that really works. We're going to dive into the tech that makes it all possible, see it in action with a couple of awesome case studies, and then wrap things up with how to build it all safely so it can actually scale.
Okay, first up, the AI implementation puzzle. Look, a lot of companies are kind of stuck in this let's try it out phase. They see the demos, they get the potential, but that giant leap from a cool experiment to creating real, measurable business value? That's the hard part. And that's really the core question we're tackling. This isn't about chasing the shiny new thing. It's about how you weave this technology into your business in a smart way to solve the problems you actually have and to hit the goals that really matter.
So what's the secret sauce? Well, it's not some big mandate that comes from the top down. The best way to do it is to think of it like a two-way street. You need that high-level vision from leadership, for sure, but it has to meet the real-world practical insights from the teams who are in the trenches every day.
Let's break that down a bit. Coming from the top, leadership's job is to set the why. What are our big strategic goals? And just as important, what are the ethical lines we won't cross? But that's only half of it. The real breakthroughs, the game-changing ideas, they bubble up from the bottom, from the people who see the friction points every single day and can spot the perfect places for an AI solution.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's so true. The people who are deep in the weeds of the daily work, they have a perspective that you just can't get from a boardroom. So giving them the power to experiment and bring those ideas forward, that's absolutely critical.
So, you might be asking, why is this two-way street thing so powerful right now? A huge part of the answer is the technology itself. Think about it. The problems your business faces, they aren't just text documents. And now, for the first time, our AI isn't just text-based either. This is the game-changing power of multimodal Gen AI.
What exactly is multimodal AI? Well, to put it simply, it's AI that can understand the world more like a person does. It's the ability for one single AI model to process, understand, and work with all kinds of different information. We're talking text, images, video, even data from a spreadsheet, all at the same time.
And this is where it gets really interesting. You can see how this works in practice. You can hand the AI a massive legal document as a PDF and say, hey, tell me where the risks are. Or you could feed it a bunch of video testimonials plus some survey data and get back a really deep analysis of how your customers are feeling. It's not about one input, one output. It's about blending everything together.
And really, this is the key takeaway. Business problems are messy. They're a mix of emails, reports, images, and conversations. Your workflows aren't simple and clean, so it just makes sense that the AI you use to solve those problems shouldn't be single format either. Your AI has to be multimodal, because your business already is. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's see what this actually looks like when the rubber meets the road. We're going to walk through two fantastic case studies that show exactly how companies are taking this multimodal vision and turning it into reality. Okay, first up, an automotive company. Picture this. A warning light pops up on your dashboard. Instead of searching for that dusty manual, you just point your phone's camera at it and ask the virtual assistant, "What's this?" The AI sees the light, hears your question, and instantly scours all the company's manuals and videos to find the answer. Then it starts a conversation with you, walking you through the fix step by step.
And the business results? They're huge. Support costs go way down because people can self-serve. Overall efficiency goes up because customers get answers in seconds. And it makes information accessible to absolutely everyone, no matter how much they know about cars. That's a massive win all around.
All right, now for something completely different. Let's go from cars to retail. The iconic brand Puma used Imagen on Google Cloud to totally reimagine how they create images for their products. They're moving past the limitations of super expensive and time-consuming photo shoots.
So what did this do for them? Well, by generating these amazing images with AI, they got a ton of creative flexibility they never had before. It saved them a huge amount of time and money, obviously, and at the end of the day, it helps them create a much more engaging and tailored experience for their customers. It's a perfect example of AI creating real, tangible business results.
Okay, so we've got the strategy, and we've seen the incredible tech in action.
The last and maybe most important piece of the puzzle is how you build all this so that it's safe, responsible, and ready to grow with you. That means you need the right foundation and some clear rules of the road.
You know, this is why using a platform like Google Cloud is such a huge advantage. It means your teams can focus on solving business problems, not on managing servers. You get direct access to the best models out there, you get top-notch security built right in, and you have tools for responsible AI ready to go. It's all designed to scale with you.
And this brings us right back to that top-down part of our strategy. It is absolutely leadership's job to put these guardrails in place. We're talking about clear, ethical rules for how AI gets used, locking down data privacy, making sure a human is in the loop for moderation, and always keeping an eye on the systems to make sure they're doing what you expect.
So let's wrap up with a question I want you to take with you. Just think about your own work for a minute. All the different documents, the images, the data you deal with every day. How could multimodal Gen AI help you improve just one of those workflows? Because finding the answer to that simple question, well, that could be your first real step from vision to value.